Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following four friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into our mystical world called Antiriath and follow our party of three dummies as they adventure across the lands. Talik Grug, half-orc, half-mystery, the fighter, played by Taylor. Bodyknock Greenleaf, the halfling rogue with a penchant for taking things that don't belong to him, played by Josh. And the ever-mysterious Eclarian Shadow, half-elf ranger from the Eclarian Mountains, played by Seth. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. Just to give a quick recap, in the last few episodes, we battled our way through the grotto. We escaped the grotto, headed back to Bilyatok, but first we stopped in Heathertone to find the town on fire. There were sludgigators and thunder deer and fire bats, and the druid also made an appearance and gave us a strange ultimatum about returning the world back to the wild, and if we would be on his side, to come meet him at the Old Moon Tower. So we head back to Bilyatok to fill in Baron Debilia, and we also stopped by the Confluence Guild Hall to rest up and to talk to Bushi Evermead about where we might find this Old Moon Tower. Shadow does some work with searching through maps, while Talik has a pint and tries to nurse Aubrey back to health.
Well, I always think that the quickest way to anywhere you're trying to go is a straight line, so...
Bushi says, in this case, I believe you're right, Talik. There's the mountains underneath are home to the Kretoks. Good folks, mole people. And they've given safe passage to many a folk who wanted to pass through the Coppertone mines. The mines were all mined out long ago, so there's not a lot of dwarf activity in there anymore, but my ancestors used to be familiar with the Kretoks and tell great stories about them.
You know, this is reminding me more and more of an old legend I heard once upon a time.
You got any swords that glow?
My cousin Balin!
Oh. Well, Bushi, you want to come with?
Afraid there's too much for me to do here. My adventuring days are behind me. Plus, someone needs to nurse Aubrey back to health. And Lord knows I'm not going to leave that to ever.
I wanted to see you in action, old fella.
Oh, maybe someday.
Alright, boys. I'm gonna hit the hay for the night, see if we can get some rest, and it sounds like we're going to the mines.
Oh, boy.
Fade to black.
We probably need to gear up before we do this, I imagine.
Yeah, so it's the next day, and you guys get a fresh rest. And yeah, I know Taylor wanted to get his armor. Seth wanted to pick up some breastplate armor. And then anything else y'all want to get up, you can stop by Leech's. He's here in town.
Wait, Leech made it back?
Yeah, what did happen with him? Did we leave him there?
Did y'all leave Leech behind?
100% left him in a drunken stupor of happiness.
Yeah, we left him at the grotto.
He probably just left like normal.
Like just a regular...
like any of the other criminals there.
Yeah.
Listen, I've gone to the Electric Cowboy with a group of people and left by myself at 5 a.m. It's happened.
I plead the fucking fifth on this conversation.
Oh, man. So Leech is just like, I just imagine he stumbles out the next day after partying all night with these guys, just soaking it up. And he's like, hey guys, that was great, wasn't it? And then he realizes, like, y'all haven't been anywhere for who knows how long. And he's just like, where are the horses? Where's the cart?
Oh my god.
Oh, poor Leech. Who knows how long it'll be before he gets back?
Well, on my way downstairs, I'm gonna holler over to Bushi and be like, "So, Bushi, what'd you call these guys? The Kretoks?"
Yeah, nice folks. Like I said, haven't had any contact with them in quite some time, but last I checked, I believe their chief was named Gold. He was a wise old man. Should be happy to let you through.
Gold, you said?
Yeah, Guld, Gold.
Okay.
Just let him know you're with the Confluence. Show him your
Our writ?
your identification, and he should be happy to help you through. Might even escort you.
Okay. All right, fellas, I'm gonna hop on the horse here and head over to what was the shop I was headed to?
Y'all had been shopping with the Blade and Bone Adventurers shop with Crothan.
All right, fellas, I'm headed over to Blade and Bone to see if my armor's ready.
Oh, somebody get me some armor.
Here, come with me.
You guys walk in. He says, "Welcome back. How have your adventures been?"
You know anybody named Flitz?
Flitz, the name is not familiar to me. Should I?
Seems like he'd be a buddy of yours.
Depending on your racism level in
I'm about to say some
D&D
fucking racial profiling.
he it's even worse because he's a lizard folk and you're pretty sure the other one was a dragonborn.
Oh. Well, I was just going off the voices. I can't see either one of them right now.
Well, that's fair. Do I have art for this guy? I might have art for this guy somewhere and not know where it is.
All right, is this armor ready for me? This breastplate you were working on?
Yes. Should be fully fitted. Let's try it on.
Okay, I grab it. So he fitted it and customized it to me. So I'm envisioning that it's black and it has like silver, like etched out designs in it.
Oh yeah.
Like where they etched away the paint.
Hell yeah. And so he shows you how to, fit yourself up in the plate armor and get it all decked out and everything.
Hey, why don't you give us a hookup? Can you give us a little 2-for-1 deal for my buddy here?
What is it that you're looking for? Would you like plate armor as well?
Just hammer a breastplate on me. If you got one there, Flitz or whatever your name is.
Crothine.
What?
Crothine. Krothyn.
I'm not even going to write that down. I will not remember that.
Do I owe him anything? Money-wise?
Yeah, I think so. I think you only put 100 gold down.
Ooh.
Yeah, put 100 gold down for plate mail, but he is going to give you a discount. It's going to be 900 total, so you owe him 800 more.
Okay, done.
And then breastplates are 400. So he says, y'all have been such good customers. I would give you a heavy discount. 350 gold for the breastplate.
What do you think, Taluk?
Well, we could just kill him and take it. Then I kind of look over at him.
Go ahead and make me a intimidation check.
Okay.
Getting us arrested.
13.
So he looks back at you and he just lets out this weird kind of crooked smile at the edges of his lips, and he said, "You could try, I suppose."
I'm just kidding there, buddy.
He says, "Shame. I thought I might get a little excitement today."
Jesus. Oh, very well. I don't think I seem to have quite 350 gold, Talik. Can you help me out?
Yeah, what do you here? Just I'll do the 350 out of mine. I have shit on.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you get most of your money to him anyways.
Yeah, I'm basically the bank.
There is a Fletcher in town who is dedicated specifically to being a Fletcher. The name of the shop is called True You, YEWU. Yeah, it's run by Erica Quinton.
You got like a price list or anything for that?
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for different kinds of, bows, maybe arrows, just seeing what's out there, window shopping.
She makes excellent fine bows and arrows and things. They're definitely of the highest caliber and highest quality, but nothing that's, magical and creates any sort of...
Is it gonna give me? Is anything she makes if I get like a custom made bow? Can I get anything out of it essentially?
Right. Mechanically in D&D, there's really not a like numbers advantage until you go up to like magic stuff.
Gotcha.
However, yeah, one thing that I know other games do is normally when you get a magic item in D&D, it gives a +1 to attack and a +1 to damage.
Well, is there any like shops where I can like get shit enchanted or something?
Yeah, the setting, the D&D setting is more like Lord of the Rings style, where there are ancient magic things, but not like
okay.
Yeah, but not like people just enchanting epic equipment all the time.
Fuck, I'm gonna start a business. Okay, well, I guess I don't really need anything.
Well, yeah.
I might get some bombs, but leeches MIA.
Let me see here what she's
We
got.
could always poke our head down there and see if Leech is back. See if he stumbled his way back.
I mean, even if he's not back, let's just take his shit.
Leave an IOU.
We'll leave some gold on the table for him.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber style. Everything's here, sir. It's all accounted for.
You're going to want to hold on to that one.
That one. Is that the Ferrari or whatever he buys?
Yeah.
I take it back. She does have some magical ammunition.
Ooh, that's what I was kind of actually aiming
Yeah,
for, like,
I forgot that was like a thing that like you don't. It
fucking
doesn't have to
ice
just
bolts
be
or
magical
some shit.
bows. Yeah, well, so she has some basic +1 and +2 magical ammunition, which basically works like a magic weapon, except it's a one-shot thing.
Yeah, so however many you have.
Yeah. Yeah, so she has a sleep arrow.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and she just has the uncommon variety.
So +1.
So, this arrow is painted white and has white fletching. You get a bonus to attack and damage rolls made by this piece of magic ammunition. If the arrow hits a creature, it bursts into magical energy and deals only non-lethal damage equal to the amount of damage rolled. A creature that has fallen asleep is unconscious for 1 minute or until sleeper takes damage. Unconscious creatures that are immune to being charmed aren't affected. And so basically you hit them, and then they have to make a DC 11 wisdom save or fall asleep.
Oh, cool. How many of those do you have?
He's got like 5 of those, but
How
they
much?
they're 75 gold apiece.
Okay.
And then she has some plain magic ammunition that is 50 golden arrow just for +1 magic ammo, and 200 golden arrow for +2 magic ammo.
So 50 gold for +1.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take all 5 of the sleeps and 5 of the +1s.
So she says, "Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Body Knock. You come on back. My stock's always changing."
Be a southern debutante.
All right, we got any more stops to make, fellas? I think we're ready to roll.
Yeah, I think we are, Talik.
All right, let's roll. And we want to leave the cart at the guild hall, so we'll just take our individual mounts.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I guess we can take them to the mines.
I think if these guys are trustworthy, we can at least leave them with them at the mines.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, definitely leaving the cart, though. Agreed. 100%.
All right, let's roll.
Okay. So y'all need to head into the woods. Okay, it's a day's journey through fairly mountainous terrain, so it would take you 2 days, except you have a ranger with you. So y'all make it in 1 day's time, and before you know it, it's the evening, and you have come up to a cave entrance that matches the description on the map and from what y'all talked to Bushi about and the research that Shadow had done.
Do we see anybody or anything?
Body Knock, speak friend and enter.
Mellow.
The Cave of the Mouth is
Whatever it is.
seems to be open. Y'all make me a Perceptione check.
I got a 2.
Oh, I got a 2 modified 7.
There we go.
16.
Okay, 16. So you guys are walking up to this thing, feeling a bit skeptical. Body Knock's like, "You guys hear that?" You listen at the mouth of the cave a little bit and peek your ears in, and you hear a high-pitched, thin screeching noise that almost sounds like a battle cry, and then another cry that sounds like someone getting horribly wounded, just like "Ah!" and coming from inside of the cave ahead of you.
Oh my!
The pitch black cave.
Oh my god. Alright. But Shadow's hauling ass, glaive out.
Alright, glaive out, and you start running into the cave. Okay, so y'all head into the ugly cave. And so as soon as you get inside the cave, what's the range on your dark vision?
60 feet?
Yeah, I believe it's 60.
Okay, so you see this large lumbering mass moving around deep inside of the cave, and then you see a spark of metal hitting metal just beyond the lumbering mass.
Shit, yeah, I'm just gonna run up towards it.
Yep.
Yeah, so y'all go running in.
Full
and
speed.
Go ahead and make me, well, let's go into initiative mode.
Give me something good, baby. 22, baby.
I rolled at 7.
Okay.
Oh no, my old nemesis. Talik, are you ready for some blood?
I'm always ready for blood, Shadow.
Let's wet our blades with these fiends.
I say, and I've been wanting to test this new armor out, and I give it a little tap with the hilt of my sword.
Ting, ting. Alright, so y'all are running in here, and you get close enough to see the action going on here as a bunch of kobolds seem to be engaged with some sort of creature that you're not very familiar with. They seem to be... They have a very large top half. They're kind of, triangle shaped creatures with very small little legs and very large top half with these big arms and hands coming off of them and a pointy head up on top of their bulky body.
Would we maybe see them and think that they might be considered mole people?
It would be a decent guess to consider them mole people, especially considering that large mass. As you get closer, you see that the large mass appears to be a giant mole.
Okay.
It's not my turn yet, right?
Right, so it is the creatures up ahead's turn. This large warrior runs up and attacks one of the mole people, and then it is your turn.
So I'm going to yell back to Shadow and be like, did Bushi say what these people look like?
He just called them mole people. I don't know. Don't kill the mole people. Kill the lizard pricks.
All right, so my movement is 30. So with the dash action, I can go 60.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I can't quite get there. So I'm going to just run into
You just go sprinting up.
the fray.
Okay.
And I'm going to get like, I'm like running into the fray. So I'm going to get like right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Firebolt at this green warrior.
If you run 60 feet, then that takes your action to do the extra 30 feet of running.
Okay. I'm just going to run up and be like...
You're just sprinting in full speed.
I sprint in full speed. I get like in the middle of it. And I imagine that they kind of are like looking at me. And I'm like, are you the mole people or is he the mole people?
They're like... So one of them turns to you, the one that's kind of in front of you. He's like... What do I freaking look like? And when he turns to you, you're close enough now, you get a good look at him, and he's got like a long snout with a little button nose on it, and these big giant paws. He's like, and then you look at the other ones, you see them, and they're kobolds, and so they're like these lizard dog creatures that have, like a thick alligatory snout. And the one that turns to look at you is the one that I just posted in the Discord. And he's like, do I need to be worried about you too? Or are you going to help us with these things?
We're here to see you and we're here to help you. And I'm going to kind of look at him and be like, God, he's ugly. And I'm going to turn to Shadow and Body Knock way behind me. And I'm going to scream and I'm going to be like, the brown ones are the mole people. The green ones are the bad ones. And then I'll end my turn.
He just rolls his eyes. He's like, well, Finn, I guess we got some help. This mole next to you just kind of staggers back as you're running up to him, and he's looking back and forth, and he kind of takes a few steps up, but he seems scared and nervous about the whole situation. And Shadow, it's your turn.
Shadow's going to cast Zephyr Strike. So the first thing these kobolds are going to hear after they hear Talik and the Kretok arguing about who's what and what's who is a crackling of wind. And Shadow shoots forward right in front of Talik. And I'm going to use my free object interaction and to whip out my sunstone and its glowing light. And I am going to roll for persuasion. And I'm going to roll modified 21. And I'm going to say, hear me, kobolds! Your time has come. If your master hears of your deeds in here, you will all be slain in your sleep. Leave now and never come back.
What would your roll be if that was intimidation instead of persuasion?
I was trying to convince them that I was speaking for their master.
Oh, okay.
18 if I was intimidating, but I'm not trying to intimidate them. I'm trying to convince them that their master sent me to run them off because they were doing something they weren't supposed to be doing.
Okay. Yeah, so even with that roll, they just snarl and sneer at you. even with that fantastic roll, and they're like, just start chomping their teeth.
Okay. Well, was that an action or an object interaction? I'm not really sure. I get confused on that.
Talking's free. It's neither.
Okay. Well, I'm aiming at this guy.
And you can do that because of Zephyr Strike, because you move 60 feet. Also,
That's accurate. Zephyr Strike
let's see it.
adds 30 feet to my walking speed, and my next attack deals an additional 1d8 force damage on a hit. Okay. Rolling to shoot that jackass with the longbow. It's going to be a 17.
That'll hit.
Alright, so it's going to be a 1d8, 2 1d8s plus 4 because of the Zephyr Strike. So that's going to be 9 damage there.
Okay.
Because I can only reroll 1s and 2s on my glaive, right?
Right. So this guy looks a lot beefier than all the other kobolds, so he's still standing.
Right. So rolling to hit again. It's going to be a modified 25. And that's just going to be a regular 1d8. Well, no. He's been injured.
Ooh.
So I have whatever I have. Colossus Slayer. So
Plus
additional
another
1d8.
D8.
Yeah. So 2 d8s again, plus 4. And that's going to be 11. So 20 total damage to that guy.
Okay.
Boom, boom, 2 arrows.
So that takes him out. And yeah, it's one of these Kretok's turns next, and she turns around. You can see she's like, "Oh, thank you!" And she starts running back, and you can see that she got injured by that guy. But after you took him out, she like runs back behind everybody. And Body Knock, it is your turn. You are an ungodly distance from these people. 120 feet from the closest.
That's an easy shot for me.
Well, the only thing is, what about your goggles of night? How far is their distance?
Oh, only 60, I think, actually.
So that's the only issue. Unless you get some light down there somehow.
No, what's my max movement? I forget. Is it 20? Wait, no, is it 50 now?
It's 50 if you use your action to move.
25 will put me within. I'm just gonna use full movement then.
Okay.
So who are we fighting, anyways? I was kind of confused in the fog war of this.
Two kind of factions. There's an unknown number of kobolds.
Green is bad, brown
skittering.
is good.
Yeah, there's an unknown number of kobolds skittering about the cave, darting in and out of.
Okay, are they the little lizard people?
The covered. Yeah, they're the little lizard people. And
Gotcha.
then there are just a handful of Kretoks, which are the mole people I dropped in Discord.
Cool. Yeah. Can I hide as a bonus action? Is there a spot to hide close to me?
Yes. Yeah, you can hide as a bonus
Is that
action.
a little... I can't really see. Is this like a little just like divot right here to my right?
Yes, yeah, you can just kind of tuck up behind this thing and hide behind that. Yeah.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay. Go ahead and make the roll just
And then I will... Oh, yeah, stealth. Hold on.
because everything up in here definitely has dark vision as well.
12.
Okay.
That's
So...
probably my worst stealth roll ever.
Right. So this little guy runs up, and he's going to try to get one of these guys. And then another one is going to run up and do the same. And then this one is also going to run up. So they're going to surround this guy, and they're going to attack him.
Oh, no.
Run up, get done up, buddy.
And when they surround him, it's extra bad. Because they have an ability that gives them advantage when they do so. So they are about to... They run up and just start stabbing this guy with all sorts of sharp little shit.
Fucking prison shanks.
They jack him up. Something pretty fierce. And And he's just like, oh god, get him off me! Get him off me! And he's like, just almost cowering amongst these guys.
Damn, hit his ass in the Block C showers after lunch.
And then it's one of these other guys.
Holy shit, boy.
So he runs over to fight these guys off. He smacks this guy with a claw, but it's not enough to take him out. And then it is one of these guys over here. He's going to step around and throw a sling. These two up here are going to shoot slingshots at the giant mole. One of them hits a sling rock off the top of the mole. And then it's the surrounded guy's turn. And he doesn't know what to do. He's surrounded. He can't escape.
Kretok, get behind us.
He says, you don't have to tell me twice. And he kind of like does a quick move and dives into the dirt and comes and burrows and pops up behind you guys just with his top half showing.
Holy shit,
Nice.
Tog, you see that?
So these guys are cool.
So from out in the darkness somewhere, you see two more stones come flying in, and yeah, both of them smack into this poor defenseless giant mole, and he's like, "Roar!" And then Talik, it is your turn.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yell over to Shadow and be like, Shadow, do you still have that drift globe?
Yeah, it's in here.
Throw that bad boy up in the air. Let's light this bitch up.
I'm on it. I debated between the
then-
Drift Globe and the Sunstone.
I am going to. All right, what do I see right in front of me? I've got like 3 kobolds right in front of me that had this guy sounded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to like concentrate really hard, and this bubble of acid about the size of like a dodgeball is going to appear in my hand, and I'm going to target these 2 that are right in front of me, the one to my left and the one, yep, those 2, and I'm going to throw it at both targets, and they need to make a dexterity saving throw, so dex 13.
Okay. So one of them passes, one of them fails.
Okay, so the one that failed is going to take 7 acid damage.
Oh, so this guy just gets totally coated in acid and just like, and just melts down to the ground.
The other one doesn't take any damage, so it just kind of splashes past him.
So it just coats that one completely.
Yep. And then I'd like to take my action surge, take an additional action,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do the exact same thing and throw it at him and the one on his right.
The other 2, okay, that are still nearby.
Throw
you
another,
guys.
so they both need to make a dex 13 save.
Okay. So, oh man, that was close enough. I actually have to consult the. Okay, they both fail.
All right. So they both take 7 damage.
Oh man, so you melt 2 more of them.
Let's
And-
go.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
hell
they-
yeah.
Shadow's right next to me, so I'm just gonna like pat him on the back and be like, "That's pretty fucking cool, wasn't it?"
Hell yeah.
So the giant mole, seeing those 2 guys get whooped, feels a little bit inspired, and he kind of steps around and tries to protect his buddy here. He's just like, "Roar!" Just lets out this huge roar at him and stomps his fist on the ground. And as he's stomping his fist, you hear like, poof, poof, poof. It's not just the sound of rock hitting it. It's like a thunderclap every time he hits the ground. And it's just rocking the entire place. But then that's all he does.
Hell
It's
yeah.
Shadow's turn.
I like him. All right. So Shadow is going to go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark on the kobold up on this rock here.
Okay.
And Shadow's gonna run up, and he's gonna jump up on the back of this clumping mole and somersault himself into the air and launch 2 arrows at that kobold up on top there.
Okay, make me an acrobatics check.
All
And
right.
if you pass, you'll get advantage. If you fail,
20.
you get disadvantage. Okay, so you get advantage.
on the
flavor
roll to
advantage.
hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, those better be good. 15.
Okay, that'll definitely hit.
Okay. And that's gonna be a 16 total damage to that guy in the air with the first arrow.
Okay, he's definitely dead.
So Shadow's gonna land. I don't know, where is he gonna land? He's gonna land like right here. Nope. Right here. And then he's gonna shift his attention to this kobold over here. Right here.
Okay.
And yeet another arrow over there. That was terrible. That's an 8.
An 8 will not hit.
So he's gonna miss
ducks
in the
out of
dark.
way.
And then gonna use his free object interaction to do what Talik suggested, because he just missed in that darkness, and he's gonna pop his drift globe out of his bag onto the ground,
Okay.
and he's gonna speak emanate.
Okay, it's not a action to do the command word.
I don't think so. It just says
Speak the
you can
command word.
speak its command word.
Okay. Yeah, so free object interaction to pull it out, and then speak emanate to make it light. I'm cool with that.
You're gonna be able to make that happen in Tailspire. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I've got something that's pretty close. Let me see here. It's not perfect, but it'll do.
I like poison all of them.
Does that work?
Oh yeah, that's cool. It gives light up to 60 feet as though it's daylight.
Okay, awesome. So this whole area is lit up super bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, mechanically we can throw that
Yeah.
out here.
Nice. Yeah, and so the idea is it gives a body knock sniper range on everybody basically too.
Right, yeah, now you
Right.
can see them from everywhere. Okay. So yeah, it's the injured one, and she's like, "Ha! Yeah, good shit, guys. Oh god." She's like, "Get the hell out of here, you monsters!" And body knock, it's your turn. All right, so you got yourself a vantage point, so you can see several from there.
Yeah.
There's one over here. There's one over here. Okay, so you scramble up the out little stalagmite that has a flat top to it and get a vantage point, body knock. Because what you're seeing is you've taken out 3 of these kobolds over here in kind of the vicinity of where the main combat was going on. The main guy, the like big kind of leader-looking kobold, was taken out by Shadow as soon as y'all arrived, and so there's just a scattering of, it looks like maybe 4 or 5 more kobolds that were attacking from range, scattered about, all within about 60 feet of where the main fight was going on.
Well, I can't really do anything from this point, like in terms of attacking, because I used my action to get up here.
No, I was saying you could use your movement to get up there.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
since it was a vertical. Okay.
But you have your special ability that lets you climb for free.
Yeah, that's right. I forget about that because it's not really listed unless you go like deep into my dive. So.
Right. But it's perfect for your character because you're always trying to get that
sure.
height advantage.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just fucking shoot at this front dude here then.
Okay.
Is this guy on top of this other cliff dead?
Yes, he is. The one on top
Okay.
is dead.
So
Self-blasted
I'm
him.
gonna take, and I'm gonna hit him with the magic, so I get a +1 on my attack and damage.
Okay.
One of them, I want to go ahead and use one else. So 15, 16,
That'll hit.
4 plus 5 is, let's see, 7, 8.
Okay. So you take that guy out, no problem.
I love the squishy enemies. It's so fun.
and
Kobolds,
after
man.
seeing you guys just decimate their friends, these guys all just start taking off as fast as they can. out over towards the, I guess it'd be north on the or west on the map exit, but it's actually north. And one of the ones runs over there and throws down a smoke bomb as they're leaving and creates a obscured 10-foot sphere smoke bomb over there towards the exit. So you kind of lose sight of all these guys. And it's the Kretok's turn before it gets back around to Talik, but they just like are hooping and hollering. They're like, "Whoa! Yeah, we got him on the run! Get out of here, you sorry sacks of lizard shit!" And the mole just like roars. He's like, and it's your turn, Talik.
Okay, I'm just gonna look over to the Cretons and be like, "Well, that's one way to introduce ourselves. I'm Talik."
They'll turn towards you and be like, "Ah, well, I certainly appreciate that introduction." And the one that you were talking to earlier is the one that says that, and then the other one steps up, who was the one that ran up to fight. He's just like, "Pleasure to meet you, Talik. Name's Fenton."
Fenton, Talik Grug, and I'm gonna give him the Predator handshake like Arnold and the GIF.
Have we met Fenton? That name sounds familiar.
I don't think so.
You're thinking fentanyl.
Oh my god.
Or no, you're probably thinking the Grotto Head Flitz.
Yeah, that may be it.
Fenton, we're Confluence Guild members. I'm gonna flash him red. Be like, Bushy sent us here. We're looking for passage through the cave. Looks like you've got some other troubles to worry about. What the hell was that all about? That happen often?
Lately, more often than I'd like. Something seems to be going on. Us and the kobolds, we've not had problems like this before, but those bastards keep attacking us every time we go out to scout anything. That was the boldest attack yet, though. We stumbled into one of their traps just down the hall there. Next thing we knew, we were being chased back. And he kind of looks around, and you see that a couple of his friends are dead, or on the ground at least. And the other two Kretoks are going over to check on those couple of friends that are down. He says, "Come on, we probably shouldn't stay here. They might come back. I'm not sure."
Yeah, you guys tend to your dead. We're here to see gold.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'd be happy to take you to gold. That's my dad, after all.
Oh,
Ben looks like a bully in a '90s afternoon children's cartoon.
who?
Ben,
Oh.
Gosh, definitely have to put that one on the installator.
Yeah, that's great.
So he says, "All right, well, we should get back to Kretok Village then. We can talk to Gold there. Come on, I'll show you the way." And he starts taking you kind of the opposite direction of the way that the
What's his name?
kobolds came in.
Fenton.
Finten. Finten. You'll start moving over Decimal Way and head out the southern path as far as the route is concerned. What are Shadow and Body doing? Are y'all following, or do y'all want to?
where are we going?
Shadows.
We're headed to the village.
Shadows lingering to make sure no kobolds sneak back out of the smoke before slowly turning around and following behind the group.
Yeah, so the
You
smoke
have
fades
to
away
let
after
it
a little bit,
there.
and the kobolds seem to not be there anymore. Make me a perception check. Yeah, Shadow.
9.
So as you're walking over that way, you get kind of close to where the smoke was, and you kick something. You hear a little tink, tink, tink of metal, and you look forward, and with the shine of the drift globe, you can see inside of that smoke, the ground is covered in caltrops. which are like those little, like a D4, but really spiky and mean.
Interesting.
They must be ninjas.
Yeah. So, you guys head... Oh, yeah. What were you...
Oh, I was just gonna say, so the drift globe will follow me around, will stay within 60 feet of me until the next dawn.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna deactivate it and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, are you guys even using torches, or are y'all all just... These guys can see in the dark incredibly well,
Yeah,
obviously.
just dark visioning.
Dark visioning with these.
So you guys head out, and you walk down a more narrow passage. It's only about 10 feet wide. The mole has to kind of squeeze in occasionally. Actually gets really narrow at one point, down to 5 feet, and he burrows under and comes up on the other side, and one of the Kretoks
Through the
follows
mountain.
as you guys are following these guys through the mountain, and you come out
Secret tunnel.
another
I'm so sorry.
big... Oh, Lord, we're gonna get a copyright strike for Secret Tunnel. Oh my gosh. So you come out into another large cavern, and this one is more hewn, much more hewn than the last one, and has several large pillars going up on either side all the way around the entire cavern. The roof is still natural and the floor is still natural, but there's
Cool.
these large pillars all the way around. And then on the opposite side, so on the southern side, there is a huge, ginormous door. We're talking like 40 feet tall and 30 feet wide. And with your dark vision, you're looking at it, it seems to kind of have a metallic look to it, almost like a studded metal effect. Plates of metal that have been, built together. It's not patchwork or anything. It's very organized and orderly. And as you get closer, your eyes adjust a little bit, and some of that grayscale goes away, and you can tell that there's a patina to this, and it's actually entirely made of copper. And it used to be, long ago, it was probably a bright, shiny copper, but now it's completely green, patinaed copper door. And as you guys walk by, Fenton's just like, yeah, it's the old door. Keeps the monsters out. At least that's what the old stories say.
You know who made that door, don't you?
Yeah, it was a gift from the dwarves. Long time ago to the Kretoks, back when they used to mine this mountain.
No copper left in this mountain?
Nah, that was long before my generation. My dad says he remembers meeting the dwarves while they were still mining it, but he's really old, so that's not too surprising.
Speaking of your dad, we'd love to meet him if he's around.
Yeah, it's just through here. So you turn to the right a little bit and start heading more westerly. Go into another narrow corridor, walk through that for a little while. It takes, probably over 30 minutes to walk through this narrow passageway. And then after a little while, it begins to open up again, and opens up a little bit more slowly as you get closer. And when you come into the opening, you see a huge cavern, the biggest one you've been in yet. And there's little flicks of starlight, and you're looking at it, and you realize that they're little bioluminescent, like firefly creatures that are floating around inside of this giant cavern. And
Wow.
they're lighting up this village that's underneath of all these little mud huts built into the floor of this cavern. And you see all these Kretoks kind of mulling about. And as you guys walk in, a few of the ones kind of closer to you duck underneath the dirt, and then a couple of the children Kretoks try to burrow over towards you, and you see them them go down and are burned towards you, and then like poof, they get caught up, and another Kretok like pops them up and throws them under their arm and starts like carrying them away. And a couple of the Fenton just looks over to you. He says, "Everybody's a little on the edge lately with the issues we've been having with the kobolds. You'll have to forgive us. We're normally a lot more friendly than this."
So these like sewer Ewoks?
Wow.
Mole people.
I know.
Not even gonna
like,
address that.
I'm talking about the village.
Oh, the village.
The-
For some reason, Wonder AI wanted to give me images of like a model train kit sort of thing.
It looks really
It's-
good.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could
It's
make
very,
it real life.
It's very Ewok Village-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even see the picture.
Reminds me more of those mole peoples, where the mole people live on Zelda. Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
The
Well,
Gungors.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna bring up Zelda, then I'll just spoil it for anyone listening. They are based off of the Mogul. Oh man, they're from a different Zelda game. They're from Skyward Sword.
Oh.
Mogman?
What? Moldarok?
The Magma, yeah.
Magma. The
Magma.
Magma.
That's actually, yeah, now that I'm looking at this dude, he looks very much inspired by that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Magma.
the
I never
This
played
is-
that one.
fan art of Magmas, which
Oh.
I did get I made sure to copy where I got these from, so we'll be able to put these on the Insta and credit the artists.
Oh, cool.
I still think it's a 90s cartoon bully.
He does look kind of like a 90s cartoon bully. So, Fenton leads you in, and he leads you up to the chieftain's house. You know, it's a little bit larger than the other house, but still fairly modest, little dirt hut. And he pushes the curtain aside. He says, "Dad, we've got some visitors here." And he says, "Who's here?"
He
And
looks cool.
yeah, so he's got just this super long hair that totally covers his eyes, so you can't even tell if he's looking at you or not. He's like,
It's like a sheepdog.
"Fenton, is everything all right? Did you get into trouble with the kobolds? I can smell them on you." He says, "Yeah, but these guys showed up just in time, helped us fight them off. They say they're here to cross through the mountain."
Bushi Evermead sends his regards.
Bushi Evermead, you say? Evermead. That name sounds so familiar. Like something out of my childhood. It's probably nothing. You say you're looking to get through the mountain. Normally we'd take you right through. I'd take you myself, but as it is, we've been cut off from the other side of the mountain by the kobolds. He says, I'm sorry, it's much too dangerous. They've got traps everywhere from here to there.
What do the kobolds want with this place? What are the kobolds' issue with you guys?
I don't know. As long as I can remember, we've always cohabitated this mountain peacefully with them. They stuck to the southern sides and we stuck to the north, but lately they've been encroaching on our lands and setting traps and attacking our gathering parties. I'm not sure what's going on, and I'm remiss to start a war, but I don't know. I'm almost at a loss for what to do. And Finn kind of packs up. He's like, "We gotta run them out, Dad. It's our property. It's our land. We can't have them threatening our people. You see how everybody's walking around scared? We can't just keep letting them do this." "I don't want to start a war." And he says that looking at you guys.
How many of them are there?
Fenton kind of waits a second for his dad to answer. His dad doesn't say anything. He's like, "I haven't made it to their base or not, but I don't think there's that many. I think they're just a smaller than our village. I think we could take them if we put together a full group and marched on them. So basically, the kobolds have been attacking the Kretoks anytime they go out, and Gold doesn't want to start a war with them because they've never had a problem with the kobolds before. They've always lived peacefully in this mountain.
And he says he can't give us safe passage because of the kobolds.
Long story short, we're about to do a lizard people genocide, I think.
Why is it always got to be a genocide with you guys?
Well, I mean, by definition, it kind of is. If there's a village of lizard people specifically that are in this mountain, and we're probably going to kill them all. I'm just being, factual here. It's going to lead to that.
Why does it have to be a genocide,
not just
though?
the men, but the women and children, too.
Exactly.
Look, as all I know is that it's easier to cut kobolds in half than stone giants.
See, told you.
The genocide is forming.
I'm going to cast message, so I'm going to point at Shadow and just telepathically be like, I'd like to help these guys if you're down for it, Shadow. What do you think?
Mr. Gold, do you think there's a chance that there may be a peaceful resolution to this?
I would like to hope so. Problem is, they won't parley with us. It's just attack and run. Something's got... If you want my opinion, I think that the kobolds are scared. I'm not sure what's happened to them, or why they're acting the way they are, but it just doesn't make sense.
Point us in the direction where you think that they're encamped, and let us go take a look.
Absolutely. I will have to defer to Fenton on that one. He's been doing most of the scouting lately. Fenton's like, yeah, I'll show you. They got a couple different routes to get to them.
Guys?
Fellas, I think our druid friend got to the kobolds, if I had to guess.
Sounds like to me.
There's no telling with all the weirdness that's been going on lately.
Fenton will be like, alright, let me just make sure that Barnaby's ready to go, and we'll get things moving.
Hey, just to give ourselves a quick plug, please take a moment and give us a follow on Instagram. It's at DNDN Dummies. And also, please rate and review our show on whatever podcast app you are using, and tell a friend about the show. It really helps us out, and it's a free way to show us some love. Thanks. To be continued on the next episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies. Find out what happens to our party next week.